Is now set for what could be an epic clash of smack talkers. Tonight, LeVar Ball is here, and he has a message for the president. Mr. Ball, thank you for taking the opportunity.
No problem.
Did you ever think that you would be on CNN discussing geopolitics and the President of the United States?
Never in my wildest dreams.
So, as we live this dream, let's discuss how we got here. Your son was with UCLA. They're playing ball over in China. They get detained with allegations that they stole merchandise from a store. The president finds out about it. He, of course, is in China. He's meeting with President Xi. He gets involved. The boys are released. They get to come back home, which was never a certainty until he got involved. He says that
well, how do you know it? How do you know it wasn't involved before I even knew that? I mean, he didn't even know they was over there and like that. Okay, what was the reason for him going over there in the first place?
The president was in China to meet with the president of China and discuss trade matters, but he certainly was informed
and that's
about
before,
the boys when he was in China, and that's why he got involved, he says.
Okay, he didn't get involved till he got to China?
I don't understand your question.
So he wasn't going over there beforehand?
He was going over there
beforehand.
What are you trying to say?
It wasn't like he was in the U.S. and said, okay, there's 3 kids in China. I need to go over there and get them.
Okay.
That wasn't the thought process.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
What we're talking about right now is a lot of stuff about my son just because his last name is Ball. We're not even talking about the other 2 kids.
Well, to be honest, we're talking about your son.
Thank you.
We're talking about your son.
I'm talking about my son, too.
Right, but we're talking about your son because of you and what you said. This isn't picking on your son. It's because of how you inserted yourself into this and seemed to disrespect the president's efforts.
It's when somebody asks me a question. That's not disrespectful if I feel nobody did anything. I don't have to say go around saying thank you to everybody. I mean,
you don't have to go around saying thank you to everybody.
I didn't shake his hand. He didn't have to say that, but I'm just saying. If I have to know what somebody's doing before I say thank you. I'm just not going to go around saying thank you.
All right, so let's...
Now, you come and shake my hand and meet me or meet my son or anybody and then say, you know what, maybe I can help you out.
All
okay,
right.
let's do it that way. But just because people say things, you know, it's supposed to be true, like, hey, I stopped them from saving 10 years. Maybe we was doing some talking with some other people before he even got there. So I'm saying... there's a lot of other matters to go around for the president to deal with that's political.
All right, let's take one step back.
As far as me, let me deal with my son and let him do what he's going to do.
All right, Mr. Ball, let's take one step back because you seem to have doubts about what the president did. You said you were talking to people.
No, I don't have no doubts about what he did. I got doubts of what he didn't do. How's that?
You have doubts not about
what
he did, but what he didn't do.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm coming to get you,
yes.
if I'm coming to get you, let's say I'm coming to get you out of trouble. If I'm coming to get you out of trouble, you best believe I'm going to take you with me. So if I come over here and say, excuse me, sir, whoever, can you do something for this kid or this person and allow me to take them with me? That's if I'm doing something for somebody.
All right, so
I'm not going to come over there.
Let's just get right to it.
So let's be a little lenient on it, but I'm out of here.
All right, is what you're saying that because the president of the United States didn't bring the boys home with him, he therefore didn't do enough, or do you think he really didn't do anything?
I didn't say nothing about him. I didn't say nothing about him.
I know, but you're kind of like talking about him without saying his name. I'm just trying to clear up the confusion.
I'm coming back home and I'm just saying anything. There ain't no confusion.
There's a lot of confusion.
It's just somebody asked me a question and I gave us a lot of confusion to you.
It's a lot of confusion to me. It is. That's why I needed you on. Do you think the president helped?
Why is it confusing?
Because I don't understand what you're saying. I am concerned. Did you think that the president helped the boys get out?
That's because you have to listen very slowly, carefully.
I'm trying.
Did he help the boys get out? I don't know.
Why do you doubt it?
I don't know. If I was going to thank somebody, I'd probably thank President Xi.
President Xi.
I thank him. He's in China. He's the head of
True.
The president in China.
True. And the president of the United States said
somebody
that you
can make a suggestion. Somebody can make a suggestion, and somebody could do something. You got people that make suggestions. You got people that do things.
I just don't understand your skepticism
about it. A lot of people be like,
it.
hey, why don't you be a little lenient? What is the skepticism about? Why are we even talking about this with all these political matters going on in the world?
Well, but this is the one that concerns your involvement.
Somebody's going to go and tweet, and my involvement is always going to be with my son, but I don't have to deal with everybody around me.
I
just got to
understand
make
that.
sure he's taken care of.
But the president...
But there's a lot of people that can go around and say, LeVar, this is what I did for your son. I did this for your son. I did this. He'd never be where he was if I didn't do this for him. I'm not trying to hear all that.
I know, but there's
I'm just
a
saying,
difference
when you go
between...
over there, what are we talking about? We're
Hold on,
talking
LeVar,
about
there's a difference between
president doing something for my son.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. We got it. Now we're on the same page.
Okay.
So the president...
What did he do for my son?
The president says that he spoke to the Chinese president. He says that the boys were informed
that
the involvement of the president of the United States mattered, and that then he wanted some thanks, and instead you said, what was he, Trump, over there for? Don't tell me nothing.
He wanted some thanks.
Everybody wants to make it seem like he helped me out.
I mean, you're trying to make it sound like that. I'm just saying.
That's what you said.
I didn't meet Winnie face to face. I know exactly what I said, but you buffing it up like you said that you don't want to say thank you to nobody. No, come meet me like a man, shake my hand, and tell me what you've done for me.
Than that. I was trying to be much more even. I don't
well,
want to. I'm not trying to add tone to it.
I know how you were trying to say it, but that's okay.
I'm trying to say with an even tone.
Because that's what you do.
No. What I try to do is try to figure out what's going on, LeVar. Why would you push back on the president?
You can open your eyes and see what's going on. I'm not saying nothing to the president. I'm not just saying thank you to anybody for nothing. I'm just saying I had some things done. I talked to some people that did some other things too.
Who?
And it's, like I said, people trying to, it doesn't matter.
Sure it does.
I mean, it's not big names like you're thinking of. So like I'm saying, people are saying, and I said it wasn't a big deal that my son was shoplifting and nothing like that. I'm saying like this, it wasn't a big deal because being raised in South Central LA, I've seen harsher things. I've seen 16 and 17-year-old kids have to go to jail for life that were my friends, doing bad things, making bad decisions. I mean, doing stuff that's harming people.
Right, but do you understand why when people see these allegations and you say it's not a big deal?
He wasn't physical. We returned it. He fessed up to it. It wasn't like he was like, nah, I didn't take him. I mean, nobody got hurt. He didn't run in there with the assumption of, hey, I can't wait till I get to China because I'm going to get some good stuff. It was an impulse thing, a bad decision at a bad time. That's all it was. For an 18-year-old who never done anything wrong, never been late to class, 4.0 student, I don't think people were going to demean him over one bad decision concerning that it was victimless. He didn't grab nobody's arm. He didn't do nothing. He tried to slide something away, understood what he did, but it's not going without punishment. But I don't think you should come down on a kid for making one mistake like that at 18 years old. That's why I
don't think that what we're seeing in the coverage of this is that the boys are being demonized for what they did. There's no question that there are much worse crimes than shoplifting.
It doesn't matter.
But shoplifting does matter. And in China, you go to jail
it's just like people said in China. But listen, you go to jail.
In fact, you could go to jail here for it.
And you get caught. People try to make they try to make it a big deal, like they're saying.
Well, it is kind of a big deal.
You shoplift
you can
in China,
go to jail.
Boy, that's big time. You going to jail. You can go to jail anywhere you take anything. So that's the point that shouldn't even be said.
I know, but
it's
in China,
if you got something and you want it, you shouldn't just go and steal
Hold on
it.
a second.
You can go to Africa or somewhere and do the same thing. Anywhere you go in somebody else's country, yes, it's going to be a little deeper than where you thought it was.
All right.
And, that's a fine thing, but we already got that point across.
All right, so let's put the boys aside. We know what they did. You say that they apologized.
Okay.
That's good. Now, they were in a place that didn't need to let them go. And they could have been held for a long time.
They were in a place that didn't let him go. He said he got him out of jail, right? He said, you heard what he tweeted. He tweeted, because he's mad at me, I should have left their asses in jail. First of all, they wasn't in jail. They was in a hotel. Now, how'd they get to the hotel on bail?
Did you make that happen?
Somebody had to do something.
Did you do it?
I'm just telling you, somebody had to do it.
Did
he do it?
I'm asking you, did you do it?
I'm asking you. Did he do it?
He says he helped get them out of China.
Okay, if he paid for the money to put up whatever we needed to do, then I would say thank you. Did he do that?
So that's the bar? If he doesn't put up bail for the boys, then he doesn't deserve thanks? Come on.
No, it's not if he didn't put up bail. He said he helped. How'd he help? If he helped, I would say thank you.
He says he spoke to the president of China and that was relayed to you and the boys, that you were told that he helped.
So anybody who speaks to the president, I should thank anybody who speaks to the president?
No, but this is the President of the United
If I would
States who
thank
spoke to the
anybody,
Chinese
I would
president.
thank-
That's not just anybody. You know what
Okay,
kind of
but some
power
other
he
people
has.
talk to the
I don't get why
president
you're
too.
hiding from
Who's
this.
just not anybody?
I don't get why you're ducking this,
Why
to be
would I
honest
hide
with you.
from nothing?
I don't
If I
understand.
was ducking this, I wouldn't even be here talking to you.
Well,
yeah,
you
you
kinda-
seem like I'm ducking, but I don't duck nobody.
You're
That's why
talking,
I'm
you're
sitting here
talking
talking to you like
around
this,
it. You're talking
'cause
around
you don't understand it.
Why couldn't you
I'm
just
talking
say
around it.
thank
What are
you
you
to the
doing?
president?
Why
Your
are you
son
talking
said
around
thank
it?
you.
Why are you talking around it?
I'm
how
talking
much,
right
how
at
much intel do you have on the situation? Were you there?
I was not there.
I can't hear you. Okay then. Unless you were there, then you can talk to me.
You can hear.
I
Look,
was there.
You don't have to
I
be
was there
there.
in China.
I
know
understand.
you weren't there though. But you see,
But
gotta be
but
there.
hold on a
gotta
second.
be there.
LeVar
I
Ball,
swear
you
gotta
were
be
there, but you don't know.
I was there.
I know you
I
were.
do know what I did.
Do you think the president helped?
Okay.
Do you think the president helped?
Do I think the president helped?
Yes.
I don't know.
So
I
do you
don't
think
know.
he would be lying about
You can say
helping?
what you want. I didn't see him talk. I don't care and I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to say nothing I don't know and I don't see and I don't hear.
So the president of the United States says he helped,
say,
and you say if you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, you don't believe it.
hey, if he said he helped, that's good for his mind.
What do you mean good for
I mean,
his
but
mind?
why I even got to say that? If you help, you shouldn't have to say anything. If you help, you shouldn't have to. If I help somebody, I don't walk around saying, you know, I helped you now. Come on now, you give me some love. I helped you. Man, come on, for real?
All right.
Somebody told me about the tweet a couple of days ago. I don't even tweet. I'm just saying, why is that on your mind? All this stuff going on, and that's on your mind that a father didn't say thank you? And you're supposed to be the head of, you know, you're the head of the U.S.? Come on.
Okay. Fair
We're not even
criticism.
talking about what
The
I'm
president is asking for thanks. You can criticize that. Should
What
he
is
be
the
doing that?
criticism
Should he
about
not
that?
be doing that?
I'm just stating the point that I'm saying is there's a lot of other things that's going on,
No
man.
question about
Let
it.
him do his political affairs and let me handle my son, and let's just stay in our lane.
But he thinks that he did something for the boys and he should be thanked, and
Okay,
instead
that's
you
fine.
took
If
a
he
shot
thinks
at him.
it, that's fine. If he thinks it, I ain't took a shot at him.
You did.
Somebody asked me a question, man. I gave him my opinion, but I ain't taking no shot at the president for
It
what?
sounded like you were
I don't
taking
know
a
him
shot
like
at the
that.
president. It sounded like it.
Hey, I mean,
It did.
You can
I'm just
sound
being
like
honest
that because
with
you
you.
want it to be like that, but it's not. But why would it sound like that? That's
Well,
because you want to take it that way, so
No,
you
it's
can have some news,
because of
and I
what
can
you
get on
said,
here and
and it's
talk to you and
because
keep you going.
you won't say thank you. Hey, thanks. Your son said thank you. The
Okay,
other guys said thank you,
I
so
already-
you say
I already
thanks.
Said I wasn't going,
Thanks for
I already
helping
said
me.
I'm not the other guys, though. I'm not the other guys. I'm doing something else. I'm not the other guys.
What do you see? I agree with you. You're not
So
the other guys.
I
I
know
think you
you're
are
trying
doing
to rile
something else.
something up, and
No,
that's
I
okay.
think you
That's
are.
part of your job.
I think
but you know, I don't get
you
easily
are.
tussled like that.
I think you are. I think you're
what?
very
What am I?
clever. I see your big smile
Are
on
you
your
going to say
face.
thank you to me?
I'm
Are
going
you
to
gonna
say thank you at
to
the
me?
end of this interview. I will thank you. I guarantee
No.
it.
Are you going to say
I
thank me now?
guarantee it. You know why?
Are you going to thank me now?
You know why?
Are you going to thank me now?
Not yet. You haven't earned it
Why
yet.
are you going to thank me?
Haven't earned it yet.
But no. Why are you not going to thank me?
Haven't
why
earned
you not
it
going to thank
yet.
me right now?
When you
like
earn
the
it,
word
I'll
thank you?
We're
You
still
like the
short
word
on
thank
it.
you?
We're still short. Your son
What?
said
Come on.
thank
You
you
can say
for
thank
helping
you. Can
him
you
get
say
out
thank
of
you,
China.
Mr. LeVar Ball?
I will
Can
thank
you say
at the
thank you,
end
Mr.
of the
LeVar
interview.
Ball, for having this?
Listen.
How about we do it now? I just want to hear it.
You know what? I'll show you what.
I just want to hear it now.
Just to be decent, just because it's a nice thing to do,
Yeah.
Mr. Ball,
Oh,
thank you
now
for
'cause it's a
being
nice
here
thing to
with
do,
me
see? Now
on
you try-
CNN tonight.
Oh.
Don Lemon thanks you
Now, how hard?
from wherever
how
he is.
hard was that?
And in fact,
Now,
Don
why are
Lemon
you
should thank
thanking me,
me for talking to you on his show right now.
Hey,
he
why
owes me
are
thanks.
you thanking me, though, just to say thank you?
Wait, hold on. Will you
I'm
thank
just saying,
me
why
back?
are you thanking me? Give me a couple of reasons.
Will you thank me
Give
back
me a
first?
couple of reasons why you thanking me.
First, thank me back.
I'm just asking, give me a couple of reasons. I got to know why you just thanking me. You just can't say thank you
You
and
took
thank
time
you
to be
just
on
to be
this
telling
show.
me to be quiet.
There are other things you could have
But
done.
I'm just saying, yes.
That's why I'm thanking you.
And, come on.
But
And that's
don't-
why you thanking me.
It doesn't
Come
take
on
much
now.
to say thank you. Why won't you say thank you to the president?
It doesn't make, well, if somebody does something for you, then you say thank you.
Somebody did
now,
something
if that's
for
your
you.
opinion
Say
that
thank
he's
you.
done for me, okay. I would say thank you if he would have put him on his plane and took him home. Then I would have said, thank you, Mr. Trump, for taking my boys out of China and bringing them back to the U.S. There's a lot of room on that plane. I would have said, thank you kindly for that.
So because he
But
didn't take them
just
home
what
on the
people
plane,
say-
no thank you.
Well, I'm just saying, that's how I would say thank you. I'm just saying, you might say thank you a different way. You just say thank you like it's
No,
just
you-
any kind
it's
of
not
word.
how you'll
You don't
say
mean
thank
nothing
you,
behind
it's
your thank you.
when
I can,
you'll
I
say
can tell.
thank you.
I can tell you don't mean nothing about it.
That's
'Cause
not
I can
true.
tell
When
by
I
the
say
tone of
thank you, I
voice.
mean
You
it.
change back and forth.
I mean it.
Well, hey, don't get so excited now.
When I say
Hey,
thank
don't
you, I
mean
mean
like
it.
that. Come on.
I mean it. When I say thank you, I mean
it. No, you don't. You know how I can tell?
it. Tell me.
You know how I can tell?
Tell me.
I ain't going to tell you because I'm going to let you figure it out on your own. I got you. I got you.
That was good. That was good. I'll give you that.
A little laughter never hurt nobody.
But with me, it's one thing. With the President of the United States, yes. I think you are enjoying this back and forth. But my question is, are you worried you've taken on too big an opponent?
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. He's not an opponent because I don't know Trump like that. I haven't done nothing to him. He hasn't done anything to me. So I don't consider him an opponent. I just consider him a human being and the President of the United States.
Well,
that's it. That's his title.
All of that is true.
My title is LeVar Ball, the big baller, the CEO of the Big Baller brand. We just got our titles like that. But we still both men and we both human. But I'm not going to go out and be like, you know, if a person doesn't say something to me or for me, I'm not going to tweet. I'm not going to do all that.
But you do.
What? I mean, is it that big of a deal?
You do feel.
But is it that big of a deal, though?
I think
I'm just asking you, is that big of a deal? If it's a huge big deal,
because the president responded, and it seems like you're in a little bit of a war of words with the most powerful man in the world.
Why would I be in war with a guy with the most powerful man in the world?
That's my question. Why would you take on Donald Trump after he helped your kid?
I don't know. What do you mean take on Donald Trump? Take on him for what? What are we doing for each other?
That's a good question. I know what he did for you.
What are we doing for each other?
And instead of saying thank you,
you
took a shot at him.
What did he do for me?
He helped get your son out of China, where he could have been in jail for a long time.
What about some other? Why was he going to be in jail for a long time?
Because he stole something, according to the Chinese authorities. Could have been a long time.
Okay, but
carries
the Chinese
a minimum of 3 years.
Was like, you know what? He's okay. He has so much character in 18 years that he's allowed to have a pass for that.
That's your son.
One bad decision at a time.
And he said thank you to the President of the United States, something his father didn't want to do. What kind of example does that give your son?
Is that to my son? I'll tell you what type of example it is. You know where my boy's at right now? Because of me. Because I spent all that time and love for him. Don't come in one time and think you did something for my son. He's 19, about to be 19 years old.
It's a big one time, though, if he's in jail in China. It's not like he's some AAU coach saying, I taught him how to come off the pick.
Is he in jail?
You know?
Is he in jail?
Not anymore.
I taught him how to be exactly how he is, a respectful young man. That's what he is.
You think you're being respectful to the President of the United States?
You can't find no bad stuff about him.
You think you're being respectful to the President?
I haven't said anything bad about him.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, most definitely. I am. Yes.
You said who?
I ain't said nothing.
What was he over there for? Don't tell me nothing. Everybody wants to make it seem like he helped me out. Disrespectful.
Like I said, if somebody's talking to me, don't tell me nothing. I don't like people talking to me. When I say don't tell me nothing, that means just leave me alone. That means stay in your lane. Leave me alone. Let me go my way. You go your way. That's what it means. And you taking it to a whole different level. You act like you. What's your last name?
Cuomo.
Are you Trump's brother? You want me to thank you?
You don't have to thank me.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of adamant about this.
I didn't get your son out of jail in China. You don't have to thank me. I didn't get your son out of jail.
But how many people how many people put their sources together to get him out?
I don't know. You tell me. I keep asking you. You won't answer.
Hey, but I'll tell you the things. I do know he did. I know he apologized and wrote a sincere letter. I'm talking about my son.
Your son did the right thing in the situation in terms of apologies. Nobody's saying anything else.
Exactly. And that's what he does.
I know. It's you I'm talking about.
What's going on the outside. The people that's involved, those are the ones who have to be understanding of what's going on and who helped them, whatever like that.
Yeah, you're one of those people.
Outside, no. I know I helped my son get out of U.S. out of China. How's that?
You think you helped more than the President of the United States?
Yeah, I had some people that had boots on the ground that knew the situation when we first jumped on that. So I keep those people in mind.
You think you would have gotten him out of China without the President's help?
And best believe, I talked to enough people that I said thank you to, face to face. And they didn't come around. I tell you what, I say thank you when I see something. I don't thank you because it's talking and say I did this, I did that.
So if the president invited you to the White House, would you say thank you then?
Heck yeah, if he invited me to the White House, I would thank him for inviting me to the White House.
Would you thank him for getting your son out of China?
If you invited me to your house, I say thank you for getting me to your house. That's like how polite I am towards people. But if you invite me somewhere and you do something nice to me, I'm going to say thank you.
I think you've made this way more difficult than you need to.
Thank you kindly, sir.
I think you've made this more difficult than you needed to, and you wound up provoking the President of the United States.
You know what? You making this more difficult. LeVar didn't say thank you to the President.
You didn't.
So that makes me a bad person?
No, I'm just saying you didn't thank him.
Just swim on this?
And it doesn't make any sense why you won't thank him.
Did you thank the doctor for bringing you into this world? Well, you better go back and find him because you lucky. Yeah, look at it.
Listen.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You need somebody like me to loosen you up a little bit. You wound up tight.
I am. The President calls me a chained lunatic.
See? Is that what the President calls you?
Yeah, you and I are probably going to wind up in the same column in terms of people who get on the wrong side of the President, but I think you earned it.
No. We can't earn it like that. We didn't do nothing to nobody, man.
All I'm saying is
we're both having a good time here and trying to get a little intellect. All I'm saying is this is fun to you. I can tell.
Look, it's interesting. I'll give you that.
It's okay. You know what?
LeVar Ball.
You know what? It's got to be interesting.
You make it interesting. I'll give you that.
I like the way you keep saying my whole name, man. Hey, you know what? You can just loosen up and call me LeVar now. We've been on this thing for a long time. I do feel like
we've gotten to know each other. I'm going to be honest. I do
Don't
feel we got
like
a little bit of a bond now.
Just say, hey, LeVar.
A little bit.
Because you know I'm going to call you, hey, Chris.
You can call me Chris whenever you want. My friends call me
man.
Mo. You can call me Mo if you want. I'll give you that.
Hey, why they call you Mo?
Cuomo.
Don't be having no alias, man. I want to know your real name.
Why.
I don't be talking about looking for Chris, and then they talking about, you talking about Mo.
It's not that deep, LeVar. It's Cuomo, that's all. Don't overthink
man,
it. But here's what we learned.
Oh, that's where the Mo came from? Chris Mo?
Cuomo, not Chris Mo.
Hey, man,
Cuomo. LeVar, get your head straight.
Cuomo. Like Chromo, like Google. Like the Google Chrome. I get it, Chromo.
All right, that's
your hip-hop name in the hood, huh? Now I see how you get around.
LeVar Ball, thank you for coming on CNN tonight. I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, Chris Mo, thank you for having me on here, man. I appreciate you. Chromo.
I'm laughing at something else. I'm not laughing at you.
I'll send you some big baller.
That was too weak a joke.
Merch.
Send it to me because it's too expensive. I can't afford it. Send it on. We'll give it to charity.
I want to send you some stuff, man. I'm gonna send you some stuff. You can give it to charity. Put it around your neck, choking on your head. Do what you want.
LeVar Ball.
But it's your big baller gear, and you're gonna be a big baller forever.
LeVar Ball, the best to you and your family for Thanksgiving. The best to your boys, and the best to your wife as well. Okay.
Hey, you have a great Thanksgiving. Hey, and I got a message for you.
What is it?
Tell Donald Trump to have a great Thanksgiving, because Big Baller is.
I hope you're thankful for him. Take care.
I'm thankful for everybody doing Thanksgiving. It's November.
Be well. Happy Thanksgiving.